Coming to you live from our studios at MS24. Welcome to MX Breaks. My name is Kwabnam. Coming up, Economist welcomes decision by MPC to maintain policy rate at 15% for the fifth consecutive time. Now to the details. Economist at the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, GIMPA, Emmanuel Wafie Japan, has welcomed the decision by the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana to maintain the policy rate at 14.5% now for the fifth consecutive term. According to the Economist, although he was expecting a reduction in the rate in order to propel Ghana's economic recovery from the pandemic, he agrees that the committee's decision, considering the threat posed by the second wave of the pandemic. Emmanuel Wafie Japan spoke in an interview with MS24.
Looking at what happened in the last quarter in 2020, I was kind of looking for a little ease in terms of what will happen in the monetary policy rate. In that sense, I expected that the MPC will review the rate a bit downwards so that investors and credit to private sector will have some experience with low levels of interest rate when they go in to borrow for their investments. Because the activities that were driving growth and economic activity in the last quarter basically were construction, port activity, manufacturing, and credit to private sector. Well, for now, basically, from the experience of the first wave, what happened was that crude prices were affected in some sense. So from that experience and from projections, we are expecting basically that crude prices will go up. And in the first quarter of 2021, we are also expecting that inflation for the economy is going to go up. So based on these two reasons, I kind of agree with them that
Bank of Ghana's summary of economic and financial data reveals that Ghana's public debt stock jumped from 274.1 billion Ghana cedis, I beg your pardon, in September 2020 to 286.9 billion Ghana cedis in November 2020. This was attributed to the COVID-19 expenditure in the form of stimulus package to household and businesses. Now, according to the data, between October and November 2020, Ghana added about 12.8 billion cedis to its total public debt stock. There's more in this report. Data released by the Bank of Ghana shows that Ghana's debt stock ended the year at 286.9 billion Ghana cedis. This is equivalent to $50.2 billion and represents 74.4% of gross domestic product. This is the first time in more than 15 years that the debt to GDP ratio has reached 74%. Now, according to the data, between October and November, the nation added 12.8 billion cedis to its total public debt stock. This was largely from the COVID-19 expenditure in the form of stimulus package to households and businesses. According to the data, the external component of the debt stood at 139.6 billion Ghana cedis, about 36.2% of GDP. The financial sector resolution bond still remained unchanged at 14.5 billion cedis. Now, away from that, despite the impact of President Akufo-Addo's ban on social gatherings and event organization business, co-founder of Esidel Event, Esinam Afisia, has indicated that the sector does not expect any form of stimulus package from government. Now, according to the event organizer, considering the nature of the sector, it will be difficult for government to prescribe a support scheme which will be beneficial to the sector. Esidam Afisia was speaking in an interview with MS24.
No. The reason I'm saying no is nobody had announced that Corona was gone, and so things should go back to normalcy. The president didn't give any address, a backup address, to tell Ghanaians that you can go back to your normal life and planning of events for them to say they owe event planners some form of compensation for these damages. Unfortunately, the event space or a space like this will not be able to ascertain what the president objects or is looking forward to do for the space. in as much as people pay taxes in the space, people pay SNIDs, and so forth and so on, you are not able to really bring a stimulus package um, in a prescribed form, unless you're saying that, well, people who imported and lost money are going to be funded. You're not able to really ascertain. Are you paying their bills for them? Are you, even is a stimulus, what form is it going to come in that you're expecting the government to do? Because a lot of the time, most of the services that are being rendered are for people. They are either for private or corporate, and these people pay for it. Unless there are buildings that are run, if there are hotels, so forth and so on, you know that you can subsidize bills, you know you can subsidize taxes and so forth. So this service or this service sector is not the kind that you can really put your hand to something that the government can say, I'm doing A, B, C for you. Unless, of course, people are expecting governments to give them allowances every month for being inactive with business.
But that's it for MS Breaks. My name is Kwabena. I'm your keep watching MS24.